I'm doing this. I work here. These are my hours. This is what I do. But what I really want to do is get into this field. That's why I'm applying with you. Because it's easier for an employer to take a chance on somebody that's already working than somebody that's not working, because the biggest problem all employers have now is giving somebody a job and they never show up. Okay. So even though you might have in your mind the job you want, get a job. As soon as you can get to the job, I don't care if it's Wendy's, get a job. All right. For as many hours as they'll give you while you look for the job that's starting your career. Okay. All right. So on count one, I will do this under a delayed sentence for 12 months. I'm going to adopt in full the recommendations. Mom, normally I'm going to order work program on a file like files like these instead of jail time, but sounds like you're the transportation right now. Are you working every day? Okay. She was working for you at the time. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. You were probably mad at her at the time, weren't you? Yeah. 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 Well, I don't want her to get a job that you got to drive her to, though. Right? But I mean, if there's some place you can get, even if it's a crappy job for 10 hours a week, if there's a job you can get close to home, get it. Because then when you go to look at the other job and they say, why are you only working 10 hours a week? Because that's the only job I could get that I could walk to. Now, what are you telling them? You want to work, right? You want to work. Okay. You'll have your license by the end of May, right? All right, so here's what we're going to do. On each of these files, one's going to be delayed sentence, one's just going to be straight probation. On each of these files, 12 months, you're under my thumb. Okay? I'm adopting in full the recommendations. On each of these files, you owe me 5 days on the work program. I'm okay with you scheduling that after you get your driving privileges reinstated. Okay? Now, if you get a chance for the job and the work program hasn't been done yet and it's causing you a problem, come back and talk to me and we'll look at that. Okay? I'm not making you any promises right now, other than the fact that I'll listen to what you've got to tell me. I'm going to tell you right now, if you come to me and you say, I haven't done my 10 days and I haven't done any of my 10 days, but I want you to convert that to community service hours because of this job, I'm going to tell you no. So get some done. And then if your schedule standing in the way of the good job, then we'll talk. Understood? All right. On each of these files, I'm going to give you a break on the money. I'll tell you what, I will suspend fines and costs on count one. Comply with all the terms that I just told you about, the ones you went over with Ms. Scott. You comply with all those terms, do your 5 days, and I won't charge any money on that file at all. On the impaired driving, recommendations are followed in full, 5 days on the work program on that file, and fines and costs are $1,200. Go downstairs and we'll talk about options down there. I will work with you forever on money as long as you're doing everything else you're supposed to be doing. And I mean literally forever. I don't care if it's like $50 a month. I don't care. Money is not my concern. Changed behaviors is my concern. Got it? Any questions? You go give your mother a big hug. I'm serious as a heart attack. Because that was firing you was one of the hardest things she ever had to do. Probably one of the best things you ever did too. All right. So listen to your mother. All right. So you listen to your mother, you communicate with Mr. Rowley, and we'll be all right. We'll get you to the end of this probation with no problem. All right. Thank you, counsel. Have a good day, ladies. How many bodies out there, Jamie?
Yeah.
Later.
Your Honor, she's scheduled for sentencing and violation.
And violation. Yep. I got both files. All right, counsel on Shimmery. Your appearance.
John Graziani, appearing on behalf of Ms. Shimmery for this sentencing and the violation of probation.
Which one you want to talk about first?
Judge, I'd like to talk about the sentencing. The reason being is I think all this could be tied in at this time. We have no problems with the from Your Honor and staff. She's in a position to be doing that. Although it will take a good deal of time on the court work program because she does have she's helping to raise
Okay.
an daughter, and she's also trying to get back into the workforce because of what's happened, Chuck.
Okay. How old's your son?
My
Daughter.
Daughter. How old's your daughter? Okay. Where at?
For a logistics company.
Where?
For a logistics company.
Okay, where they at?
They're in Dearborn. They're based
Okay.
in Dearborn. See where it is near, so then it would just, analysts and cousins.
Okay. Good luck. All right, go ahead, counsel.
A bit of background.
Mhm.
She did have some exceptions to with what was stated. She felt, I don't know if there was a mix up within the system, but she felt she was in a position to go back to her mother's residence in Van Buren Township. And it was an
All right, hold on. Now we're on the violation part. Let's do one file at a time.
with regard to the
Let's do one at a time.
sentencing,
Yep.
that you got this recommendation.
Okay.
Allow her to move on with.
Okay. All right. So how come you haven't worked for a year?
I'm sorry.
How come you haven't worked for a year?
No, I went last in November and I wanted to go to rehab because I've been asking my family for help because I've been going postpartum and I was doing everything on my own and I was just wore out and I was finding that my drinking was becoming a problem before in my life and they thought, they thought that I could get through it and it got to a point where they eventually realized, so I testified to go to rehab and watch my daughter and so when I went I think I watched my daughter move back home with them just to get a break. And when I came back, it was just she's I don't want to put blame on anybody. It's just been a difficult relationship with my mother. I love her dearly. But
It's a very toxic relationship, Judge.
So did you go to rehab? Where? Good.
Reinstated. Transitional living for 8 days and working with the chairman and everything.
Do they do transitional housing?
Do transitional housing, but I am in housing right now. I'm living with my boyfriend.
Okay. All right. So you're out of mom's house.
No. But when they arrested me, they didn't.
All right. So
When they arrested me,
hold on just a minute. Hold on. I got Cross Street and Woodbury. Which one's a good address?
where I moved out, my parents moved my stuff out.
Right.
So when she saw the. cop-
Okay. I just asked you which one's a good address, Cross or Woodbury or neither. Okay. All right. So we'll fix the computer on that. All right. So you did rehab. How long have you been clean?
I. Felons and that's something very new. I saw somebody do it one time. I tried it stupidly, I'm embarrassed, didn't say that. Then I stopped drinking. I've been clean since January 1st, but I've not a daily drinker. It was when I was alone, apart from my daughter, and I was having a difficult time getting my daughter back from my mom.
Okay.
So
Judge, the record should also reflect that Ms. Shimmery did spend, I believe, 55 to 58 days in the Wayne County Jail. And explain that.
yeah,
For one of these files or something else?
so
That's not what I asked you. One of these files or something else?
Yes.
Okay. Was it which one? The domestic violence file?
violation for the.
Okay.
So the case was the police station didn't have record of the no of contact.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it said there was no context related.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't know, I'm a little confused what I.
Mhm.
Just want
Right.
to be honest, so now there's no contact, that's what I put on.
Okay.
Put on, for.
So once again, we're getting into the other file. Let's get back to the drinking and driving file. So anything else you want to tell me before I sentence you on that file?
Which
The drinking and driving file.
I was being pressured, to go to work and I was turning around and I did it. Not even, 0.2 miles away from my house. And I turned around and, to go back home because I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't gonna risk it. And when I was at the gas station, going back to go back home,
Mhm.
I was full.
Good.
It was literally, I threw off in this season.
All right. Anything else before I sentence?
Judges show mercy. She does have a tremendous work ethic. She's worked for 20 years. And Ms. Shimmery has asked regarding licensing sanctions. I've indicated to her since October of 1999. It's, the purview of the Secretary of State, so Judge Oakley is not in a position
Yeah.
recommendations as to.
And the state is telling me that it's up to you.
It doesn't make any sense.
And so I,
They might have told you only a court can give you some privileges, but that doesn't mean this court. So I have no authority over your license unless you were if you were in our sobriety court program, then I've got some leeway, but outside of sobriety court, I've got nothing to do with licensing.
Judge, based upon,
A circuit court judge, if you file the petitions, a circuit court judge can order the Secretary of State to give you driving privileges. I'm not a circuit court judge. It doesn't matter what your concern is. It doesn't change the reality. I can't give you a license.
what's happened is I don't believe there's gonna be any significant issue because of the fact that she received her first operating law period in 2007 and then recently, in
19,
unfortunately, in 19.
right. Right.
She's got work ahead of her, Judge, and again, we're just asking for mercy.
Yeah. So as to your license, I'll tell you this, when you are eligible to get your to ask for driving privileges to be restored, hire an attorney. Because I've seen too many people, they try to do it on their own and they waste time. If you hire an attorney that does a lot of license restorations, they get all your ducks in a row so that when you go in for the hearing, you walk out with something. All right, so just put that in the back of your head. So when it's time for you, when you're eligible to ask, you ask with the help of an attorney. All right? I don't know when that is. I don't pay any attention to that because it's completely out of my ball. It's not in my ballywick at all.
Judge, to cover my stuff
Yeah.
and Ms. Shimmery, I would ask if in fact she is eligible. To me, it appears that she is eligible based upon the time frame in which these unfortunate incidents took place, but she's, if in the event she does need some help, if she could participate in the sobriety court because of the fact that it would enhance her opportunity to, go to and from work. And
Did you give that any thought when you did the assessment?
Yes, however, with the new domestic violence offense, I don't know that she would be able.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a pending case now?
Cases.
Just the one I've got up today. Right. Right. Okay. All right. Anything else before I sentence?
she did the anger management during the share house program, Judge. In fact, she participated. Although she would.
Okay. For the third time, now we're talking about the domestic violence file again. The drunk driving is what I'm trying to get done with. Is there anything else before I sentence on the drunk driving? Because there's no anger management component to that charge. Okay. All right. So let me tell you what I'm hearing from you. What I'm hearing from you is somebody that doesn't think they've got an alcohol issue.
No, that's, I, no,
Okay. 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 All right.
and that's why I'm being so.
No, that's all right. I want to hear what you got to say. Go ahead.
The outpatient substance abuse counseling.
You're doing that now?
I'm sorry, it was Hagera, so we can. And I also working with the chairman, and it was I met up with Share House, I went to Share House, so I'm doing their transition meetings with them as well.
What's that look like? How often?
I'm
With Share House? Okay. Live meetings?
fine,
Okay. 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 So you're doing Share House meetings every day?
covering coach to Share House.
Okay.
So yes, it became a problem. It was later in life.
Mhm.
I believe it started from my postpartum. It's nothing that was, that, yes, it.
Okay. You probably don't have documentation on all that stuff she just told us about. Okay. If you,
If I may,
hold on a minute. Just hold on a minute. If you have all that, would that change your recommendation about inpatient or outpatient? Intensive?
I mean, I have to review the paperwork.
Right.
To see what type of treatment she's in, but
Yeah. So here's where I'm going. Her recommendation, and I was completely ready to follow, was intensive outpatient or inpatient. Because as much as you will probably want to get back to work, my first concern is I want to make sure that the substance abuse has been dealt with effectively before you start trying to work. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that door open. Okay. After Ms. Trolley has a chance to review what you've got, probably reach out to the share house and just confirm everything you're doing. Then we'll take a look at whether or not continuing those courses of treatment are enough for us or if we want more. Understood?
I have.
Okay. You're going to share those with her. But you're not going to get an answer today. I'm going to give her a chance to review everything, reach out, ask questions if she has to. So, I'm just gonna order today substance abuse treatment. Just leave it there. Okay. We'll let you know whether or not I'm thinking more is needed than what you're currently doing. And at that point, it'll be up to you if you want to have another hearing and Mr. Graziani can be here. That's up to you. I got no problem either way. Or I'm going to say, Ms. Trolley's checked it all out and we're okay with you just continuing the share house program. Okay. And here, okay? So it's either option A, option B. Understood? Okay. All right. So other than that, on the drinking and driving file, I'm adopting in full the recommendations that Mr. Graziati went over with you. That was items 1 through 11. That includes the work program days. I'm going to suggest that you schedule those work program days ASAP to try to bang them all out before they start impeding other things you need to do. Okay? On the money, fines and costs on that file are $1,300. I'm going to send you downstairs to talk about payment options downstairs. I don't think you were in here when I mentioned it earlier. When I put somebody on probation, it's not a punishment. It's because that's the best way I know to effectuate a change in behavior. So I'm not punishing you with what I'm trying to do. So for example, the 10 days on the work program, that's an alternative to jail, right? Jail, work program, money, those are all punishments. The other stuff we give you to do, like the substance abuse treatment and everything else, that's to effectuate a change in behavior. All right? Okay. So what that means is if you go into this whole process with the mindset, this is for me, what do I have to do to get something out of it? She becomes your new best friend. Because if you're having problems complying, you're going to reach out to her and you're going to say, this is what I'm trying. This is where I'm running into problems. How do we fix it together? Because her job is not to come to me and say, Judge, put her in jail. Her job is to come to me and say, Judge, she's doing great. Can we close her out early? That's what makes her tail wag. Okay? All right. So I think that takes care of everything on that file. Did I miss anything on that one, Mr. Rowley? Did I miss anything on that file? I think we're good on that one. Okay, so now let's move on to the other file. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, you also owe us money on a disorderly person ticket from Van Buren Township last year. So when you go downstairs to talk about options to pay on this one, just make sure you roll it into one, whatever you do, one plan or whatever. Okay? Don't forget that's out there. All right, so on the other file, which is the incident date March 4, 2026, yeah. Domestic violence that we're here today for violation. Also on that file, I gave her 30 days jail, 30 days credit on the first file. So on this file, so it was back to the house where Van Buren didn't think you were supposed to be back to the house, and then you were huffing there. Right? That's what that whole incident was all about. There are no new charges coming out of there that you know of. Correct? Okay, all right. Okay. All right, and then the other violation, I put that in air quotes for the record, is no documentation of anger management or substance abuse evaluation, and that's what you're sitting on now that you're going to share with Ms. Trolley, correct? Yeah, but it covers the anger management. You did that at Share House, right? And obviously they did an evaluation because you're in treatment with them. So I think that's covered. All right. Okay. And this was, let me go back to the original sentencing date. All right, so this was originally a 12-month delayed sentence under 769.4A. I'm okay with just running that to completion, no new charges. All right, I understand the confusion. The huffing blows me away, but you're dealing with that with your substance abuse treatment now. So the fact that you were there when you weren't supposed to be there, I'm willing to write that one off. That was a confusion between the police department and you. So that one, that's a mulligan. You know what a mulligan is? Golf term? It's a do-over. I'm giving you grace on that one. So until next March, just no more problems. Okay? Clear?
Yes, Judge.
You look confused.
Are you talking to me, Judge?
Yeah.
No, I'm
All right. Okay. Okay.
My relationship with him, if I'm allowed to speak,
Yeah.
I have always wanted a relationship with her, just, you know, it is happened, it's a music relationship.
Right.
I love my daughter with her, so I don't, you know, I don't wanna keep my daughter away from her, I just don't want her to see the real abuse.
Yeah. So here, you want some advice? If you are fully engaged in the Higuera and Share House programs, then you are literally reinventing yourself. Would you agree with me? Okay. As part of that reinvention, make sure you spend a fair amount of time with your therapist discussing the toxic relationship you have with your mother.
You know,
No. Here's what, there are ways, I mean, is she physically abusive to your daughter? Okay. Yeah, but you're old enough to stand up for yourself, right?
I just, she's bipolar, schizophrenic.
No, my point is, if you think there's value to your daughter to have a relationship with her grandmother, then you have to set the boundaries for that.
Judge.
Right?
Tremendous respect for, you know, the adults, particularly in the hierarchy, the major.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing. You're the mama bear now. Where is your first allegiance? To your 5-year-old daughter or to the respect you think you owe your mother? Absolutely. So what I'm telling you is you're in a perfect situation with all this reinvention that's going on, with all these professionals that are helping you become you 2.0. You're in a perfect environment to get the assistance you need so that you can set healthy boundaries so that your daughter can still have a relationship with her mother within the boundaries you set. And that's why I'm saying these people will help you build that confidence, right? Because number one is your daughter's safety, bar none. That's number 1, 2, 3, and through 10, right? Yeah. Which your daughter's seeing, which causes trauma on your daughter. So then when your daughter's your age, she's standing in front of somebody wearing a dress like me, right? Because your childhood trauma is a big part of what leads you to make the bad decisions you've been making. Would you agree? So to keep your daughter safe doesn't just mean from physical abuse, right? So you're learning how to do that. And you know what? Say a prayer. Maybe by doing that, you can actually change your mother's behaviors, right? Maybe she wants to have a relationship with your daughter to the point where she'll change the way she does things. We can hope. And if not, then maybe it's just, Mom, what's your daughter's name? London. Mom, London misses you. Can we meet at McDonald's? We're going to get her some fries and spend a little time, just the three of us. Okay? Safe environment. She still gets to see her grandmother, right? But you set the boundaries, not mom. Because you're the one that's working on reinventing yourself. Unfortunately, your mother hasn't done the work. Right? Okay. Good luck. You're welcome. Good luck. What do you got, Mr. Bowditch? Cleveland, like the city?
Like the city.
I've got him here. Come on up.
Hey, Your Honor, for the record, I'm appearing on behalf of and with this pleaded, sir, we tell me the name of the resident.
Cleveland.
Thank you.
Also, Your Honor, I'm sitting in place of serving Brandon, Miss Gabe Robinson, who's next door.
Okay.
For information, is it with your permission also, Mr. Cleveland?
Yes, well, my permission.
Technically, he's standing in. Would you agree? Because he was sitting in and then he stood up.
Right.
And have you gentlemen had a chance to go over the report?
You receive it, Your Honor, we find it accurate, we would ask the court to adopt the recommendations. I believe he also reviewed.
All right. Let me see what we got. Looks like this one missed me. I had a pile of files to go through and looks like this one missed me. Let me look it over real quick. References some inpatient programs in Tennessee. When were those?
I was reading around like 2000.
So not since this incident. Okay. Okay. All right. Mr. Trolley's recommendation number 6 is inpatient treatment or intensive outpatient. You understand that?
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Absolutely, that's help.
All right.
I think of it.
All right. You're currently working at Wayne Industries? What kind of time off they going to give you? If you go to an inpatient program, you're going to lose your job?
But sometimes I can talk to them.
I'm going to suggest that that's not a job that's worth saving.
My health. True.
Well, it's not a $30 an hour job, right? You can do that at Wendy's or Burger King, $16 an hour, right? So, I mean, my point is, you can replace that job. Now, I don't know what your financial situation is. Maybe, going inpatient somewhere means you can't pay your rent, you get kicked out, and, your car note doesn't get paid, and, so you get sober, but you come out and you got nothing. I don't know what your situation is. But I'm looking at a guy that's got 2 drinking and driving charges going back to 18. Right?
Yes.
Your drinking has cost you lots already. Am I right? So what I'm looking at, to me, the situation looks like, okay, it's either you rip the Band-Aid off and fix the problem now, or you keep, the death of 1,000 cuts. You keep in your substance abuse and it keeps costing you, and it costs you here and it costs you there and it costs you there, versus take the big hit now maybe and deal with it. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm not going to order you go to inpatient. I'm going to order intensive outpatient or inpatient. What I'm going to suggest is we do a substance abuse evaluation. Was that ordered? I think just treatment was ordered. Yeah. So I'm going to suggest what we do is we do a substance abuse evaluation, and then you and Ms. Tiroli can have some conversation about what the experts think is your best path towards sobriety. Okay? And then we'll craft the probation order to fit that substance abuse evaluation. Does that make sense to you? Understand though, if the evaluation comes back that this guy needs inpatient, then I'm going to tell you, you got to do inpatient. All right. So you weren't in here. I put people on probation to change their behavior. I don't want you to have a fourth drinking and driving.
I agree for myself.
Okay. All right. So anything else from either one of you before I sentence on these?
Nothing wrong.
Mr. Cleveland, anything else?
No, sir.
All right. So I'm going to adopt in full the recommendations that you went over with Mr. Bowditch, items 1 through 11. I'm going to put you on you get two charges, the impaired driving and the no valid operators. You're on probation on both. You violate on one file, or one count, you violate on the other count. The only thing that is different is I'm going to charge you a certain amount of money on one and a certain amount of money on the other one. All right. Which I'll get to right now. So you're on probation for 12 months. On the impaired driving charge, the fines and costs are $1,500. On the no valid operator's license, the fines and costs are $350. I'm going to send you downstairs to talk about payment options on those. Money is the least of my concerns. Okay, if you're doing everything else I want you to do, if you're doing the treatment that evaluation leads to, if you're doing everything else I'm telling you to do, then the money, I'll work with you forever. I mean, I don't listen to this for now. So I don't care if you're on payments until you're 45. I don't care. Okay, we'll work with you. We'll come up with some other options to close the file out or whatever. So get something set up so you can start making some payments, but don't worry about the money. Worry about everything else first. Does that make sense? Okay. Any questions?
I understand the outcome.
Good. I wish you luck. All right. She's your new best friend. She's going to help you get through probation without problems, but only if you talk to her. And if you got problems, you got to let her know while they're little problems so we can fix them without coming to see me again.
I understand.
All right.
Open up, speak with.
If you're willing to do what she's telling you to do, you're going to get through this. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. Oh, you owe us money on some other stuff too. A no proof insurance from 2016. Yeah, 438. So when you go downstairs to talk about payments on these, just do some kind of global payment plan or whatever. All right. Good luck. You're welcome. Ready for Mr. Mohammed. Appearance, please.
Judge John Graziani, appearing on behalf of Mr. Mohammed, I really don't know much of his background, sir. I just like the other gentleman that we had.
Yep.
I don't want to plunk through it, perhaps.
Yeah.
Can you please state your name? Please?
Thank you. All right, let me tell you what we got. February 14, 2026 was the incident date. It was a drove while license suspended, pled down to an allow unlicensed driver to operate. Sentence was $500 and 4 days on the work program. Let's see. Missed April 22nd and April 28th on the work program. And he currently owes us $720. So there must have been another file involved too. Does that sound right? 720? All right. Are you working, sir? Where do you work? Okay. Where's it at?
Slim.
What's the restaurant?
Casablanca.
Casablanca. Where you at?
Where I live,
No, where's the restaurant at?
it's on Washington.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had Moroccan food.
Yes.
Give me an idea. Give me an idea what's the signature dish at Casablanca?
The most popular dish I'd say is the sweet lamb tagine. Oh, it's cooked.
Well, you got me with lamb, so tell me more.
We caramelize the lamb with raisins, sweet potatoes, honey, and it's a piece of lamb shank.
Okay.
So it's equivalent to Mediterranean?
That's good.
Yeah, close, yeah.
It's French and Spanish influence.
Yeah. So what do you serve the lamb shank with?
Then you get a side of rice, fries, super salad. What would you like?
Okay.
Sounds like you're trying to order stuff. I like it.
Casablanca, that's the.
I like that name.
Yeah. It's one place I want to go just because of the movie. Right?
That's why we named the Casablanca.
Yeah.
Salads equivalent like the bully, for two salads.
Yeah, all that, yeah. You got cucumber salad, tomato salad, tea. Wow. Big
I
salad.
always like trying new cuisines.
We're gonna have to talk Harlem.
Yeah. Do you cater?
Yes, yes.
Really? Would you cater here?
As long as you guys have your
Card? As long as we got what?
Yeah, you just messed that
Oh,
all.
we, do you have a card?
No, I'm not on.
Okay,
What you consider yourself on?
okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, tell Carly.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have to make a scouting trip though, before we cater. Yeah. Okay, back to business. So what's the deal? You haven't paid us or done today, work days?
So I work also midnights as well with my brother-in-law. I help him out,
What's he do?
construction.
Okay. Where's he working construction midnights? What's he doing?
He does his own projects. So,
Yeah, but he's not roughing in houses at midnight. So what kind of stuff's he do?
well, no, it's not rough. It's like we move stuff around, go get stuff from like Home Depot, drop them off. You know, we'll move stuff.
Oh, so you're just prepping for the next day's work. Gotcha. Go ahead.
In the mornings, I also help all my brother stuff like that. He does HVAC as well.
Okay.
So it's a pretty busy schedule.
Okay.
So the couple of days that I missed work program, the first day actually I slept outside the courthouse. I
Okay.
was here at like 6 a.m. and then I fell asleep. And just to like be here on time, and then I just slept.
Okay.
So 8 o'clock, walked in and we said the bus already left.
Okay.
The second time I came in, I just saw Cindy in my room.
All right. So you're working a lot, but you're not paying us the court costs. So what's going on with the money?
Yeah, I mean, right now money's a little bit of a struggle. I like to make my own money, you know, it's just like really the money that I make at the restaurant, it's for the support of them.
Okay.
The money, the extra money that I make on the side, it's not a lot. So,
Okay.
unfortunately, when I got pulled over, I was door dashing. And that's the reason why I got that. I was actually door dashing to pay off like my insurance and my registration.
Okay. Your license still suspended?
Oh,
You're legal? Okay. All right. Well, I like the fact that you work so hard. So let's do this. I'll give you a chance. I won't give you a punishment day. Get the 2 days, schedule, no more issues. If you miss another day on the work program, then you're going to do the jail time because work program is an alternative to jail. So pick the 2 days before you leave, but those 2 days, you got to show up and do it, right? Money, let's get you on some kind of regular payment plan. Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, I don't care what. Oh, you don't want me to do this anymore though.
No.
Okay.
you need to spend enough.
So I'm going to send you downstairs, set up a payment plan on that $720. Some kind of regular payments, but once again, don't miss the payments. So if you think you can do $100 a month, set it up for $75 a month and pay the 100 when you can, but give yourself some wiggle room so you don't miss a payment. Okay? You got all that? Plan moving forward? All right, I'm gonna make arrangements. I'm gonna come out and,
He, this payment was due on the 8th. He did not,
oh, he's got a payment plan?
he didn't make it, so they're not gonna set him up on a new one without any payment.
Okay,
So I called the court and I asked them because of the 13th, because I missed my work program, they said everything will be delayed until my court date. I
okay.
asked them, should I make my,
So are you in a position to pay some money today?
yeah,
Oh,
Then just, you'll get set up on a new payment plan. All right. All right, good luck.
thank you. Look forward to seeing you guys at the restaurant.
Judge Norway, the village wants to know that you do this and making my own sheet. Earlier mentioned that.
Yeah, I thought it was, but I saw you, I looked up the city, I'd never heard of it. What do you got?
Your Honor, the sentencing for Miss Bechtel.
Got it, come on up.
Hey, Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowers, 45367, turning on the applicant, and putting Miss Bechtel, who's.
Good morning, ma'am.
Your Honor, I'm sitting in for the attorney, Reverend Mr. Tar. Ma'am, do you mind if I sit in for your attorney, Reverend, just for these proceedings alone? Yes, no, I don't mind. Yeah, okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I have reviewed this respect, we find factually accurate conditions, no deletions, no corrections. He would ask the court to respectfully adopt the recommendations of probation. The probation has recommended, Your Honor, community service, in lieu of the work program. And Ms. Bechtel today provided information from her doctor which supports that decision.
Okay, so she can do the community service?
She can't do it yet.
Yeah, okay, all right. Ma'am, anything you want to add to what Mr. Bowditch just told me? You don't have to give me anything, but just give you a chance. Okay, okay. I'll work with that, right? Because you don't want to be here again. Okay. You're not working now?
No, barely. I'm not taking care of two grandkids and.
Okay. Okay, all right, so you don't have time to work right now? Yeah, yeah, okay, all right, nothing else to add?
No.
All right, so I'm gonna go along with the recommendations that you went over with Mr. Bowditch. Items 1 through 10 are court ordered. I'm gonna put you on probation for 12 months. Probation fee is $480. I'm ordering the work program. And the fines and costs, community service. Now, I wrote CS, but I said work program. So fines and costs, $1,300. Go downstairs and talk about options down there. I'll work with you on the money. Take care of everything else you're supposed to be doing, and I'll give you grace. We'll work with you on the money. Understood? Any questions?
Just how long is supposed to get my driver's license?
I have no idea because I have, it's a Secretary of State issue. So I don't know when you're eligible, none of that. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Hey,
Judge, is that all ours?
what is, I don't understand. No. One file.
Yeah, this is his file.
I was like, look, we're really need to talk about your vote.
All right, so Mr. Smith is here on a February 4, 2026, failed to display valid license that started out as a drove while license suspended. On April 16th, he was sentenced to $500 fines and costs and 4 days on the work program. And you're on a payment plan now, sir? All right. All right, looks like, did you make your May payment? Okay, can you do that today? All right, go ahead, Mr. Graziani.
Judge, for continuance, Mr. Smith said, particularly for one of the court work programs, that there was a mix-up. I was not aware of the mix-up. In fact, he was not even on my list, but again, then one of this gentleman falling through the cracks, but there's a number of people who haven't even shown up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, explain what happened.
Originally when I was scheduled with April 16th, over here. Sorry. When I was originally scheduled April 16th for my previous court date, I showed up and you guys told me to go to probation. Cashier, when the cashier made a payment plan, I got that squared away. At least my first payment, that was my apologies. I'm able to make payment today, following the probation. They said 4 work days. I said I can do Saturdays. So my first Saturday was, I believe, April 26th or 25th or something like that. So I showed up on time, and regarding the paperwork that was given to me, that did not show any phone numbers, any person to contact. But I did go to the front door and try to make sure it was locked where I'm on, but it's Saturday, so it was closed, it was locked. I'm not, like, I've never been to the back of the court. But
Okay, you pull on the front door? Do you know our doors don't have handles? I'm curious what you pulled on. They're sliding doors, they don't pull. There's no handle to even grab. You stand there and the door slides and you walk in. There's nothing to grab if you want to.
It was the front door.
What time?
It's 8 o'clock.
Okay. Okay.
Another guy that was waiting. I guess it was his first time as well. Looking to mine. 15 minutes go by, a landscaping company, they showed up or whatever, and the other guy, I got out of his car, asked for more information to those guys. They said, go to back to court. So he went to back court, just sitting there like without me. So I went to back court as well. And there's another lady, she there as well. She done it before and stuff like that, but she was late. She was telling us how it goes, and they already left already.
Mhm.
So I didn't know if we like where the meetup location was at, besides going to the court. But where at court, I didn't know. It wasn't told to me. It's my first time.
And you didn't see the sign on the front door that said go to the back of the building? Okay.
They go to massage.
Okay.
I don't know on a piece of paper it said report to the probation counter, get check in. And I know that's inside the court, so I can't get inside the court if the doors are locked.
Okay. Okay. But you didn't see the sign on the door that said, go to the back of the building? Okay. All right. Where do you work?
I work 2 jobs. One job is a steel blank.
Target still, right?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Steel blank.
What's the name of it?
Target middle.
Where are they at? Where?
Software.
Huh, never heard of them.
It's a pretty big operation.
It's like right off of 275.
Yeah. I know where South Huron is. Yeah.
Like,
Are they east of the expressway?
like if you come off the exit of South Huron, Burger King is number where.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's by Bros, the big lighting place. Okay. All right. What's your second job? Okay. All right. All right. So I'm not going to give you any penalty days, but I'm not going to give you any Saturday schedule. So you can schedule 4 days on the work program, pick whatever days you want, but you're not getting any more Saturdays because
Really be good.
those are pretty. All right.
A couple months, I hope.
I can give you till the end of June. Yeah, to schedule 4 days.
Can you do it? I said,
It's an alternative to jail. So, I mean, that's the other option.
Do Saturdays.
No. Everybody wants Saturdays, and everybody that gets Saturdays is told if you miss a Saturday, you don't get Saturdays. You did miss a Saturday. If you would have read the sign on the door that you supposedly pulled on the handle that doesn't exist, you would have seen it said, go to the back of the court and report there.
Well, for someone's first time,
Life's a bitch and then you die. It's 4 days work program as an alternative to jail. Your 4 days are now Monday through Friday.
only thing with that,
I don't care what the thing is. It's work. You can pick jail. B, you can pick work program. That's the options.
so what about paper line?
Different issue. You set that up downstairs. It's time and money, 2 different issues. So what do you want to do for the time? You want to do the jail or the work program? All right, go on, pick 4 days. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
I'll do that. Bye-bye. There's a number of folks that
This chaotic courtroom hearing, a judge loses patience with defendants who keep missing mandatory work program days while still trying to avoid jail time. The hearing starts with one defendant explaining he missed court work days because he was working multiple jobs, helping his family financially, and struggling to keep up with payments after getting caught driving while doing DoorDash deliveries. Money is a little bit of a struggle. The judge listens carefully and even praises the young man for working hard to support his family. Instead of punishing him immediately, the judge gives him another chance to complete the work program and set up smaller monthly payments. I like the fact that you work so hard. But only minutes later, another defendant appears with an even more confusing excuse. He claims he missed his Saturday work program because he showed up at court for the first time, got confused by the building entrance, and never saw the sign telling workers to report to the back of the courthouse. I didn't know where the meetup location was. That explanation instantly frustrates the judge. You did miss a Saturday. The defendant keeps trying to explain that the courthouse doors were locked and nobody gave him enough instructions, but the judge cuts him off and bluntly reminds him that work program is already an alternative to jail. Everybody wants Saturdays. Then comes the moment that completely changes the atmosphere in the courtroom. After the defendant continues arguing about the misunderstanding, the judge snaps with a brutal response. Life's a blank and then you die. The courtroom falls silent. The judge officially removes the defendant's Saturday privileges and orders him to complete all 4 workdays Monday through Friday instead, warning him that jail is now the only remaining alternative if he fails again. You can pick jail or work program. What begins as a routine probation hearing quickly turns into a harsh lesson about responsibility, excuses, and how quickly judges lose patience when defendants stop following court orders. Do you think judges should give more flexibility to defendants balancing work, family, and court requirements? Like and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.